right, everyone. So it's the top of the hour. It's 12:15. I want to thank Janine Sharon for being on here and being so amazing about taking a little time out on her lunch break. She's obviously taking in the beautiful weather that's upon us today. Before we get into talking about building our tribe within our organization, our company, I just want to talk a teensy bit about this book. A tribe called Us, and this was built. This was written by Lori Harder, which is one of our top millionaires in our company, and also on Team Isagenix. And I'm just starting to, I'm getting through it, but if you're ever wondering how to build your tribe and just in depth, this is an amazing book to pick up and read. She is so funny. Anyways, I just want to give a big shout out to Lori Carter, and Janine is going to take it away now, and she's going to talk to you about how she's been dealing with her tribe in Ottawa. Take it away, Janine. Thanks. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. No problem at all. Honestly, I think people need to just simplify it. I mean, we're human beings, and when someone's kind of being weird around you, and it's all about learning how to communicate and just, I think people need to do the business in a space that makes them feel comfortable and authentic. So if you're not comfortable with doing, like in-home presentations or being part of a bike group or a run group, then I don't use that as a way to start to build your tribe, right? I think it's just going back to the things, getting clear on what you value, and making a list even of the characteristics that people that you admire and want to be around, and then inserting yourself in those situations. I'm not afraid to speak to people, and even when I have been, I still make myself do it anyways. Because one thing people don't realize is you might think someone's a great fit for you or building your community or whatnot, and it's not them that actually is the right fit for you. It's going to be the person that they're talking to. So, or it's someone that they know that they could better connect to. So, I always try to go above and beyond and add a lot of value into people's lives. And I believe that has been my winning success in terms of like building a community and building a tribe. And also I'm clear on what my mission and vision is and how I want to impact people's lives with my Tiger method. So people really latch on to your why, your purpose, and why you're doing what you're doing, who you are as a person, your integrity. Do people trust you? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Who's there? Is that Jess? Hi. Yeah, so I think people need to just go back to being hi. Oh, Jen. Oh, wow. Look at all you.
And we're talking about tribe because we've come together in Chelsea at the Scotties to work together, and this is amazing collaboration here, just sitting and working. So.
Yeah, and I really believe in the people you're looking for are looking for you. So again, if you get clear on who you are and what you value and the type of people that you want to be around and the characteristics and the morals that you relate to and can, that's just gonna become your natural. It's like your friend group, right? You hang out with the people that you love to hang out with, and then it just takes off from there. Do you have a specific question or something else that I can maybe shed light on that's worked well for me? Or
Well, I think that that's so powerful what you're saying, and I found it true because this is really what I started doing this summer was being clear and concise with the person that I'm looking for. Like, what does this person look like? What are their passions? Who are they? And actually, and these people have been actually starting to show up, which is even more freaky. Because
we don't want freaky.
I know, but freaky in a good way. That
I know.
So you're putting it out to the universe, and these people are showing up. And so, do you find like when you started with your Isagenix business, was it hard for you to find the people to collaborate with, to be like working partners? Because this is an entrepreneurial, fairly solo business.
Yeah.
We're above having a brick and mortar, which you had one, I've had one. So like it's totally different. And so
Yep.
how did you get rolling to where you are now?
Yeah, so I feel like we all make mistakes in the beginning, and in the beginning you're looking at everyone. But remember, when you try to go after everyone, nothing happens, right? So I remember in trainings, and hearing other leaders saying, like, what's the avatar? What's that person? And really getting clear on those qualities and traits, because it's okay if it's not a fit with someone. And I think we forget that, and we expect, like, why doesn't this person either want to join my team, or how come we're not connecting? But it's just somewhat, maybe their growth is not where you're at, or maybe you're moving at a speed that they can't latch on to. So just getting really clear on your core values and what's important to you and the type of people that you want to be surrounded with, and they're going to come. But then inserting yourself in an environment that supports that. So I mean, if you're looking for moms, you're not hanging out at the bar trying to network, right? So I think sometimes people, sorry, there's a ambulance coming through here. So once you get clear on your core values, the characteristics, that niche market of the women that you want to build with, then insert yourself in networking situations that are going to allow you to meet those type of people, right? You're being strategic and planning it out versus just going out and expecting that they're going to all come to you. And always remember too, when you're building your business, people don't just flock to you because you have a great social media post. I reach out to a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people, and I'm curious and genuinely interested, and if you're not someone who's like that, you got to force yourself to get a little bit uncomfortable, and ask questions and listen and really give people that time. And that's when those relationships start to form and they know you care, and then trust is developed, and then they're open to actually maybe either joining your team or even trying something. So I put a lot of time in people, and because I love people and I'm curious, and that's how I want to be treated myself. So
Yeah, that's totally true. So when you start finding people, like getting them together, like did you set up like weekly team calls for yourself and your group that are one or two people? Like, did you really make it like a cohesive kind of? I mean, doing the weekly actions. Like, how did you rally them up to be doing weekly activities?
honestly, I've tried, sweat samples. I've tried healthy happy hours. We've tried stuff at the golf course. We've tried stuff in the studio. So I think it's just trying stuff. Some people really like to do stuff out of like someone else's studio. Some people like to do stuff in their living room. Again, you just need to try stuff and see what works for you. And you have moments of rapid growth, and then you have moments where, it's like you're planting those seeds again. So I think also being okay with the long game. A lot of people want that rapid success, or they, like I've had a healthy happy hour where no one showed up before, but also the ownership goes on me because I didn't invite, like you think people are just going to come because you did a post, but I didn't put the correct time needed into to make those reach outs and put the time in. This is a business. It does take work, but it's a lot of fun when you start aligning with your people and you start putting the proper time in and doing the correct activities to yield the rewards. And then your tribe just starts to grow and they start inviting their people and it just starts to take off.
So maybe like, do you find it, like, I'm talking about like your business partners?
Yeah.
Like, those people, like, and when they talk, like, tribe, there's a tribe as a community, but there's also like what Lori talks about as being like your group that you're working together, like the 2, 3, maximum 5 people that you're actually building, like your business partners, right? How did that start with you? Like, do you have like I know we all have team calls where we're with like our uplines, but do you have your own team meetings and strategy for what's going on locally that you can work at?
Yeah, so I mean, like I've had our team over to do like a business training, and we pour into them. It's kind of meeting people, matching energy for energy. So someone like Genevieve who's there, I'm gonna pour a hell of a lot more time into her than somebody who's complaining that it's not working, but they're not doing anything. And it's not because I don't care. It's just my time is limited, and I'm going to run with the runners, walk with the walkers. You do, honestly, it's a work in progress. Like, I have 3 kids. I have yet to, we don't have like a consistent every Sunday people are at my house. Like, everybody has lives. So you find what works for you. Some people can meet because they're in close proximity. Some do, we'll do a power hour over a Zoom call. I, like yesterday on my lunch, I ran to one of my teammates' house and we did a power hour at her house. We did some reach outs and then I ran back. So honestly, I think people need to not be so structured, and they just need to, when you have 15 minutes, know that it's all about inviting people to take a look and then pouring into your team when you're able to. There's obviously, like what you guys are doing this morning, how fun is that? Right? So, I mean, sometimes you have people that want to run and then sometimes you don't. My manager just walked out and he's going, Isagenix, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I mean, I like, sometimes you have someone who doesn't want to, you know, they go through a really traumatic time in their life and they don't want to build they're not building at that time. And that's okay. People will dip in and dip out. I try to encourage them not to, because then you don't get that momentum, but that's life. And that's why the business is 80% recruitment and 20% business building.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to always be enrolling new, and people, some drop off and then some come back in a year with a vengeance. So you can't be attached.
I know, and I think like after 4 years, it's kind of like, it's like I got hit in the face or something. Where I was like, okay, this is, you know, I have to look at things differently, and I can't want things as much for other people if they don't want it themselves. And like you said, run with the people who are ready and like hungry for it. So yeah, so yeah, it's changing your strategy all the time. And but I think that's amazing. Does anybody, do you have any last minute?
I think also to remember, you need to develop yourself, and that's, if you're not personally developing yourself, you're not going to attract new, and you're not going to, you know, insert yourself in new situations. So encouraging yourself to get uncomfortable. A lot of the times you hear people, you know, say do what feels good, but sometimes your feelings are going to hold you back from taking that risk, right? And so we did a training with Hayden Vavra and Emily. I do all my morning calls and trainings too, and Hayden was like, you got to let your vision pull you, because your feelings are going to stop you a lot of times, right? And then Emily, too, to go back to what you said, her and Kathy Cooper actually said, you can only truly run with 2 people at a time. So when people think they're looking for these, you know, 10 executives or whatnot, just focus on your 2, get them set up, and then focus on your next 2. You know, I know they say you can't do more than 5. It's pretty crazy, but you just gotta, like you said, adapt, and there's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, but as long as you're doing your personal development and growing, that progress is what's going to make you happy, because progress is happiness. It's not about, that's when people when they get upset, is when they're not seeing any progress.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's awesome, Jeannie. I love your words of wisdom. Does anybody have any questions for Janine or additions?